What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is my latest PvP bow gank build, the Gank 4.0. It's one of my older builds that I've pushed up for subclassing, and it is just hitting super hard with 3 procs hitting all at once. It's a hell of a lot of fun and does an absolute ton of damage, guys. So we're going to break into all the sets and the full breakdown of how this all works, and it is just super strong, guys, and hell of fun. So first things first, we'll get into these sets. The first set that we are running is the Red Mountain, which is one of the best proc sets in the game. It does have a slight delay of 1 second, but it definitely hits the hardest. So we're running a bow sharpened with a weapon damage enchantment. The back bar, I'm running the Veteran's Perfected Maul. If you're running the forward momentum, this is going to give you extra weapon and spell damage, but it's only in combat, so you can also just run a resto staff or anything defending it essentially on the back bar. If you're running crit surge, which I am on this build here, but if you're running the forward momentum, you can run the Veteran's Perfected Maul, and this is going to give you extra damage. That's entirely up to you. It's not essential on this build. Anything on the back bar will do, to be honest. Next, running the Narmias construct. Run it in light. All the bodies divines and max magicka, guys. So when you do a heavy attack, this is going to launch an axe at the enemy. You also get a line of weapon and spell damage. It's going to reduce their armor. It's super hard, very strong. One of the best in slot for ganking. Next set we're running is the Scavenging Demise. Again, I think it's probably the highest proc set damage in the game. Gives you a line of weapon and spell damage, 2 lines of crit. When you deal critical poison damage, it's going to summon a Scavenging Maw. Does a ton of damage and also inflicts them with minor vulnerability. So they're going to take more damage as well, guys. On this build, the damage is so high, sometimes this doesn't even land as the enemy is already dead. But this is just the thing just to guarantee the death. It is dodgeable, but the damage is just super high if it does actually hit, guys. So we've got this on the body. All in medium. So we've got 3 proc sets that are going to hit all at once. Like I said, the Red Mountain and the Scavenging do have a slight delay. But it's not a huge delay and it's still definitely workable. But them two combined are definitely the highest proc sets. Damage wise, all the jewellery is infused with weapon damage enchantments. I've only got on purple as well and it's still hitting super hard, but you can obviously gold these out, and the weapon I'd definitely recommend. The body piece is not so much, but if you can, it will boost the damage even further. Got 64 points into magicka. I'm running the lover as well. The pen is a bit low on this build. I think it only hits around 14k, 15k, but to be honest, like I said, the damage is so high, it still drops for most players, as the damage is just crazy. Run the ice cream food for recoveries, but you can run the highest max magicka food if you want, or you can run the witch sugar skulls. It's entirely up to you. You don't really need sustain, as it's just like a one-time gank sort of thing. And also run the vampire stage 4, as we're not running the shadow. We're going to be using this if we're running, sprinting. Also invisibility pots. So again, the class lines haven't really changed. So running the assassination, the Adric spear, and storm calling, they're going to give you the highest damage for ganking. So you can also run the shadow if you do want a bit more survivability and have the cloak on, but I typically don't use it now, as I just go full damage with invis pots and crouching. And when you're sprinting, you also go invisible. There's definitely ways around the shadow. Have all your points into bow as well, of course, and all your points into whatever back bar weapon you're running. All your points into light armor and medium armor. Into vampire as well. Also the fighters guild, as we are using 1 skill from there. And all the points in mages guild, I haven't actually got them. I've only just got the inner light. But obviously if you have them all, you're going to get extra max magicka, so that means extra damage. I don't have that fully leveled yet on this toon. Also the Undaunted line, put all your passives in for extra stats. More damage. Assault and support line. Also running a Khajiit on this, but you can just go any damage race, to be honest. There's not really a lot in it, but I just prefer Khajiit. Medicinal use, so your potions last longer, your invisibility pots, or tripods. Skills, running concealed weapon. This is here just for the assassination passives, and also it's going to give you minor expedition, so you're going to move around a bit quicker. Javelin is here for the Adric spear passives, and again you can hit this if you're panicking and it doesn't go well. Also we've got the lethal arrow, That's going to proc all three. We've got the Inner Light, the Extra Max Magicka, and the Major Prophecy and Savagery. And we've also got the Camo Hunter is here for the Minor Berserk. Again, you do get Major Prophecy and Savagery, but we don't need that, and the extra weapon spell damage from the Fighters Guild line. We've got the Toxic Barrage as well, which procs the Scavenging Maw and the Red Mountain. Back Bar Temporal Guard, which is minor protection. Shocking Contingency. This is here if you're going to be using close range. If you're up close and personal, you do get a damage buff to your next attack and minor breach. But again, if you're range, this doesn't really apply, but you can use this if you're close range. Crit Surge for your weapon and spell damage buff. Again, you can use the forward momentum if you prefer, and you're using the Vatashram Maul. But again, I typically just use the Crit Surge. They both did the same thing, but you can proc that weapon, but it's only in combat. Race Against Time, movement speed buff and critical damage buff. Simmering Frenzy, this is going to push our weapon and spell damage even higher. And Healing Burst, this is just for a heal, and also you pre-buff this for the Minor Courage. That is all the skills and sets, guys, and the stats. Get into the champion points of what you want to be running. So green CP, I just recommend the Steed's Blessing and Sustaining Shadows. Also, you can have the Rationer and Liquid Efficiency. Blue CPs, you want the Backstabber, the Wrathful Strikes, Deadly Aim and Master Arms. It's probably going to give you the highest damage possible, so you just want to go full damage, of course, as this is a gank. Red CP, Celerity for movement speed, Bastion, Rejuvenation and Boundless Vitality, but you can play with these how you want. I would recommend Bastion just in case they've got a shield, as you'll do extra damage, guys. So that is the full breakdown of the build. And that is all the procs in action there, guys. The ult and the Maw drop in. This hits super hard if it lands. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't even land because they're already dead. And you can use the Javelin if they get near you. It also does hit pretty hard as well. I've killed players just using the Javelin sometimes instead of trying the Execute with the Snipe. So again, how you want to play it, very simple. Even though it's 2-bar, you just pre-buff everything on the back bar. And the last thing you press is the Contingency if you're close range. Then swap to your front bar. Make sure you're crouched or pop an invisibility potion until the eye says hidden. You just want to come in from behind with the heavy attack. And you can either heavy attack into Snipe or heavy attack into ult. And everything will proc all at once, guys. The Red Mountain, the Scavenging Maw, and also the Narmias constructs. And I said that they keep proccing as well. It's not like they just proc once. If the enemy's still going, they're still going to keep getting hit with the Red Mountain and the Maw. Particularly if you're using the ult as well, as it's damage over time. They deliver a huge amount of damage, guys, to players. And it's a hell of a lot of fun to see it all go off. The only downside is sometimes it is a bit dodgeable. But usually the damage is so overwhelming, the players just go down. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Stay tuned for the clips, and I'll see you in the next one.